Well, as you know, I respond to as many emails and voicemail messages and comments as possible. I got a really good email I'm going to read here in just a second, but before I do, I want to remind you of something. I am not an investment advisor. The reason I say that is it seems like lately somebody is posting stuff down in the comments talking about cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin and blah, 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 how to get rich buying cryptos. I have nothing against cryptos, but I have nothing to do with it. And so we report them and hopefully they get taken off. But if you're into cryptocurrency, that's good. But anybody that comments on that stuff down below has nothing to do with me. By the way, the people in the description of this video, if you see down below, those are people that I do work with. I do consultant work for them. They are not advertisers. So if you do business with them, I don't get paid one more penny, whether you buy something from them or not. And yes, the link to the folks who provide me with my shirts, actually they provide it when I pay for them, but they will give you a 10% discount if you use the keyword checkout Wingman22, and that information is down below. So here is the email. And if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, I hope you will. Just subscribe, give it a thumbs up, share it on social media. I am the RV Wingman. I tell you the truth, which is, I believe, some things that you need to hear. You may not want to hear them, but you need to hear them, at least to give you a different perspective when you're thinking about things RV related or even about life. So, got this email from a guy named Peter Van Gogh. Can't be his name, but Peter Van Gogh. He said, Wingman, I'm still trying to figure you out. I am a fan, but you can't be the same person who was Mr. Nice Guy on the radio. That Wingman talked more with actual RVers and people in the RV industry. I'm sure you were paid by all those people, but what happened? Did they drop you? Why? Your tone is much more direct and honest, even though you say some things that make my wife and me wince sometimes. Enjoying your videos of late, just wondering why the transition and if you see yourself ever going back to radio. Peter Van Gogh from Cincinnati. Isn't that a great name? Peter Van Gogh? Anyway, honestly, Peter, I am trying to figure it out too. I know a lot of people are trying to figure out what in the hell am I doing? For almost 40 years, I've been on TV and the last 10 years, a lot in radio. You may or may not know that I did the RV Show USA for 5 years. Started in 2017. I had a 5-year plan. We sold our campground in Texas late last summer. We closed in September. And my wife wanted me to retire. Well, coincidentally, about the same time we closed on the campground, I was contacted by somebody everybody will have heard about him, a big national chain RV retailer, and they were interested in buying the RV Show USA, my syndicated radio show. I mean, it was nationwide. They wanted to buy it. I'm like, hey, that's a pretty good deal. The only problem was the more I talked with them, they didn't just want to buy it. They wanted to turn it into a 1-hour sales pitch. And I just didn't do that. So I decided at the end of December I was going to close the show down. Like I said, it was my 5-year plan. My wife is very happy that I did. And quite frankly, I am enjoying doing these YouTube videos a lot more than doing radio. It's a much smaller audience, but it is a more connected audience. I feel more of a connection with each and every person that watches, and especially you folks who write to me. In terms of me getting paid by all the people, what did you say? You said, I'm sure that you were paid by all those people I had on my radio show. Well, that ain't right. I didn't get paid by anybody for being on the radio. Those were my friends and guests and influencers, people that I liked, I still like, and they were helpful to the RVing community, and I'm glad, Peter Van Gogh, that you actually listened to the radio show. We had quite a few stations there in Ohio. I'm not sure what we were on in Cincinnati, but let me tell you something. When it comes to this channel, this YouTube channel, I'm not owned by anybody. Not anybody. If you buy something from one of the companies, one of the businesses, dealerships that I consult for, I don't get paid any more for that. Nothing. Would I like you to do business with them? Of course I would. But that's your decision. I vetted these people. I like them. I think you would probably like them if you give them a chance. Are they the world's greatest and they're never going to screw up? I don't think so. I don't think anybody can be that way, but these are people that I have personally vetted, and they let me say whatever I want to say. When I was on the radio, I had some sponsors, some advertisers that said, you gotta tone it down. Don't go on the attack. Don't be quite so direct. Is there a problem? Let me know. Is there a problem with people being direct? I've been told that I'm condescending sometimes. I probably am. But I'll tell you what I know I am. I know that I am direct. At least I want to be direct. I want to know, do you think it's okay to be direct nowadays? Or do we have to be so sensitive? There I go again. Do we have to be so sensitive to everybody's feelings and to the trigger things and all the stuff? Or can we just go ahead and be direct and be honest? You know, I say that I mess up a lot, and I do. I say things that I go, well, that made no sense. So if you're looking, there are a few trolls that check out this channel, and they're looking for any reason at all to say, look what he said, look what he did. You won't have to, as I say, you won't have to listen for very long to find me messing up. But I do my best to own my mistakes and to be honest with each and every person, you know, that watches these videos, because you're spending your time with me, and I am most grateful for that. I'm using this channel, I think, as a platform. My wife wants me to retire. I said that earlier. I'm using this channel as a platform to still stay connected. I have been a lifelong lover of the outdoors. I have loved camping and RVing and nature and the people that do it since I was a little bitty kid. And I want to see that moving into the future. I want to see more and more people getting into the outdoors, but taking care of the outdoors, having respect for the outdoors and respect for others. And by using this platform, I'm able to at least kind of get up on my soapbox and share some thoughts. Hopefully some of them will connect with you. I don't expect somebody to agree with everything I say. Like I said, you know, before, if you agree with everything I said, something wrong with you. I know there's got to be something wrong with me, but I think I have a pretty good handle on some stuff. I've been, you know, in the media business. I have, not that that's a big deal, but it's something I'm proud of. I've been in the media business, in the RV business. I've owned a campground. I've been around tons and tons of people of all different backgrounds, all different socioeconomic levels. And I have a pretty good read, I think, most of the time. I'm pretty intuitive, if you will. And I see the future of the RV industry as I see some dark stuff. I'm going to tell you about the dark stuff and the optimistic stuff I see. First off, I'm worried. I'm really worried about people. I'm worried that too many people are over their head in debt, that they're upside down in their RVs. That means they owe more than the RV is worth, and it's getting worth less and less every day. I think a lot of people have no idea how deeply in debt they really are, how upside down they are. And when they try to sell their RV, it's going to be a real painful wake-up call. So I'm concerned about that. I'm concerned that those people will have such a negative taste in their mouth for RVing or for a dealer that buried them, that they won't ever RV again. You know, with the internet, you can get a bad review out like that and hit 10,000 people. And those people that are unhappy with RVing, those people that have been wronged by an RV dealer, and a lot of it is the buyer, the RV owner's own doing for not doing their homework. That's the truth. But these dealers, these big dealers, they know how to push your buttons. They do. And if you give them, they'll give you enough rope to put it right around your neck, and you will be buried in debt. Once that happens, it's really hard to get out. I'm concerned that a lot of people were talked into going and taking a second mortgage on their home. You watch TV, you know, refinance rates are low. You can borrow 100% of your home's equity, and you can get that and go on a trip. You can buy an RV. And a lot of people did that. And on paper, you know, that kind of stuff makes sense. Man, you know, I can have me an RV, and I can, my house payments won't be that much. And what could go wrong? My belief. I hope I'm wrong. My belief is that we are getting ready to go into some really dark times. And a lot of these people that say, what could go wrong? You're going to find out a lot can go wrong. I don't want people to get in trouble. So the negative is I'm going to keep talking. I'm going to keep saying, be careful, be cautious, go slow, ask questions. Do not go in debt if you don't have to. When more than 60% of our country, the people don't have $1,000 that they can touch if they have to go to the emergency room. If they have an emergency that come up, more than 60% of our country doesn't have $1,000 put away. Does that scare you? I don't know if it scares me. It worries me for a lot of people. Now, the bright side for the RV industry, and this is a really bright side, I think that housing has gotten so expensive that RVs are going to be, they're going to be kind of like the backup plan. A lot of people are going to sell their home. They may lose their home. I hope that doesn't happen. But they're going to move into an RV and live there full time. I hope that doesn't happen, because RV living is not like living in a sticks and bricks home. It's not for everybody. RVs, I say it all the time, are a pain in the butt. All of them break, and they all break at the worst time, and they're more expensive and a bigger headache than any of us want them to be. The more work you do on your RV, the more required maintenance you do, the better experience you're going to have. That just makes common sense. But I think RV manufacturers are going to still sell a lot of RVs, and it's to the people that are losing their homes. My worry is then, where are they going to go? Campgrounds are so crowded now. I think that some of that pressure is going to be alleviated as the economy, if it continues to go down. But does it worry you? Let me know if this economy worries you. I look one day, the stock market goes, and the next day it's back the other way. Why? I'm not a financial analyst, but why? Gas is expensive, really expensive. And food is expensive, and the shortages continue, and the government can't. Are we going to have masks, or are we not going to have masks? There's so much confusion. I want to know what you think. Post your comments. So, Peter Van Gogh, thank you. I love your name, man. Thank you for watching, listening to me on the radio, and now watching me here on YouTube. Like I said, I don't owe anybody anything. I'm not having to say anything to pitch some product. I don't have none, not one affiliate link. So I can't even say I'm making a little bit of money when you click on those links below. I don't get anything. And I'm not complaining. I like it that way. That way I can be honest and just tell you what I think. If you like it, great. And if you don't, that's fine too. I have had some people, I got to tell you, some dealers that have said, man, you got to back off on some of the stuff you're saying. I said, we'll never support you if you don't back off. And I said, well, you're not supporting me now. You think I'm going to shut up? There are some people out there that really do want to hear another person's perspective instead of just buy it, go ahead, buy the payments. There's a lot of people, hopefully you're one of them, that likes to hear a different perspective. I don't have all the answers, but I know the answer isn't go into debt, buy the payment, buy something that is a toy that's going to depreciate and put you in a financial bind. That ain't the answer. Now, if you can afford it, that's a different story. But a lot of people in the industry are going, we cannot support you if you keep talking the way you talk. And guess what? My message for them is, that's fine with me. I'm not trying to be a smartass. I promise I'm not. I'm just trying to be the RV Wingman. That is what I love to do. I'm going to call a spade a spade. I'm not always right, but I am always honest. And I will be honest with you. Like Peter Van Gogh, if you have a question, if you have a situation, you can email me. All that information is below. I read every email, I read all the comments, I listen to every voicemail, and I love to respond to people just like you. So we all want to be heard. I know you'd like to be heard, and your comments are very, very important to me. I appreciate each and every one. All right, I'm Alan Warren, the RV Wingman. Thank you, Peter Van Gogh, and thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. Be safe, have fun, play nice, and don't leave your good manners at home. I'll see you in the next video.